America, I've tried with Nick Wright. I've tried. I've tried. I told you the brother is entertaining. I've given him a shout out on Put It On Something. Because he does entertain me when he's not talking about the GOAT talk in the NBA. Everything else, he's entertaining. Do I agree with everything? No, but he entertains me. But this is one of those moments where I'm coming for my motherfucking check. Because it's one of these moments where you got somebody in big sports media that's just completely wrong. But with Nick Wright, I don't think he's even doing it for the hot takes, even though he knows the benefit of a hot take. I really think he really believes a lot of this shit. And he's just dead fucking wrong. America, if you don't know, Nick Wright, in his top 50 NBA players of the last 50 years, everybody know he's gonna put LeBron at number one. We knew that. Okay. That's what has him on your TV screen. Is that he was willing to come out and with all his analytics and shit, put LeBron at number one at a time when most people still most people today call Michael Jordan the GOAT. But when you were really, really, really still getting a lot of pushback, he went ahead and said LeBron James was the GOAT in his opinion. So we knew that. We knew he was gonna have Bron at one. But this motherfucker then sat up here and put Kareem over Mike as well. He just dead wrong. He just dead wrong. And I'm gonna tell you why. Before I tell you why, y'all need to go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. It costs you nothing to hit that button. I keep telling y'all, I am the man that's gonna help you win the group text. I am the man that's gonna help you win the barbershop. You feel me? Me first. You feel me? Don't listen to these motherfuckers because they gonna have you getting your ass whooped in these conversations. They gonna have you getting your ass whooped. Okay, but let's get into it. All right. So he has some other egregious shit with this list too, by the way. Okay. Let me not gloss over some of this other crazy. Y'all know I fuck with Luca. Luca, my homies will tell you that Luca, my boy. This man got Luca already at number 20 of the last 50 years. He already got Luca over CP3, KG, David Robinson. This motherfucker crazy. This motherfucker crazy. But that shows you he devalues defense. Like all three of the names I just told you, CP3, KG, David Robinson, them boys defenders. And he already got Luca over them. Ooh, boy. But let's get to the matter at hand. Him having Mike at three is disingenuous. Well, I can't call it that because, like I said, I think he really believes a lot of this shit that he's saying. Even though it's been revealed, motherfuckers go through your tweets now. It's been revealed that on a previous list that he put out, that he had Michael Jordan number one, and he had Kareem somewhere. I don't remember two or three or something like that. Michael Jordan and Kareem ain't played a game. Mike ain't played the game since 2003. Kareem ain't played the game since what? Late 80s or 1990, late 80s, somewhere up in there. He says he's learned new information. That's possible. That's possible. Because if you watch his project, and I watched much of it I watched because I knew I was gonna critique it. All this man did was really go to basketballreference.com And shout out to Basketball Reference. Y'all motherfuckers do a great job, man. Y'all provide us with a whole lot of information. I appreciate y'all. Y'all give us statistics all the way going down to the game. You understand? They give you some shit. You feel me? So shout out to Basketball Reference. But that's really what this man did. You can just tell he just running down the numbers. You know what I'm talking about? I got a QB GOAT project that, y'all basketball levels, y'all football for real. Check that out, And I went back and tried to do some history on the greatest quarterbacks of all time to dig deep and try to find things out. And I use Pro Football Reference. But even with me doing that, I keep telling you, nothing can replace watching the games. Nothing can replace watching the games. You can go to these stat sites and get all the numbers you want, bro. But you got to put your eyes on the game and know the game. Hear the commentators talk, and see what's going on, and really, so you can really get what's going on in that time period. To see what others felt about motherfuckers at that time, cause like he says stuff that lets me know he ain't watched the game. The motherfucker a day older than me. And I'm telling y'all, I didn't remember Michael Jordan's career in the 1980s. I see now I don't really, for real, remember his career in the early 1990s. I don't know goddamn basketball. By the time Michael Jordan won his first championship in 1991, I want to say I was 6 going on 7. Okay? So therefore, that Nick Wright was that same age. Okay? The day older than me. Okay, we both born in 1984. So this motherfucker was 6 years old going on 7. America, go find you a 6-year-old or a 7-year-old and look at them and think they know what the fuck going on with some basketball. By Jordan's last championship in 1998, I was 13 going on 14. Therefore, Nick Wright was the same. You talk to some of these 13, 14-year-olds and ask them if they see if they really know what the fuck they're watching when they're watching the game of basketball. Some might. Some might, if they're getting coached like for real. I know I didn't at that point. I was playing ball. I was hooping in the hood, but I hadn't played organized ball yet. Not for real. You know what I'm talking about? I think I played like three organized games in middle school. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So you 13, 14, you just now learn the game. Nick Wright ain't don't seem like he really learned the game yet. So we really young. So that's why you got to go back and watch these games. Not just the marquee games where Jordan scored 50 or he put up the numbers against the Boston Celtics and all that kind of stuff. No, you got to go watch. I've watched and I got notes on all of Michael Jordan's playoff games so far. And I'm up to 1993. I'm closing in on finishing that series now. All right. But it's easy from the eye. It's just amazing. A lot of the bullshit narratives that you hear, you find out is total bullshit when you go watch those games. Okay. But aside from that, let's just look at Nick Wright's words. He puts Kareem 2. And he says he doesn't count rings, but you know, goddamn well, part of the reason he got Kareem there is because Kareem, on his resume, he too had 6 championships. He has 6 MVPs. But the devil is in the details, and Nick Wright would admit that. Because when Nick Wright was arguing with Chris Broussard about Kareem, and Chris Broussard was trying to take up for Kareem, Nick Wright shitted on Kareem for his performances in 1987 and 1988. He basically said, did Kareem look like a top 75 player? I wish I would show y'all, but I don't want you to try to take my motherfucking money. But I'm paraphrasing. He said, did Kareem look like a top 75 player in 87 and 88 when the Lakers went back to back? or was he a guy averaging 11 points? This Nick Wright talking. When Michael Jordan, when was he not the best player on his teams? When? Magic Johnson ended up being the leader of those teams on the back end of those championship of that dynasty in the 80s. Michael Jordan had that goddamn luxury. He couldn't hand that bitch off to Pip. When Michael Jordan came back out of retirement after his pops got murdered, he still was the leader of the damn team. He still had to be the dog. What the hell are we talking about, man? This man out of his own mouth acknowledging that Kareem got carried at the end. So how you gonna talk about Kareem's longevity while also basically implying that he got carried at the end? This the kind of shit I be talking about, man, with guys, and it frustrates me just because I can't push back because I ain't there yet where I can talk directly to these motherfuckers, man. You know what I'm saying? But another thing, he said that he wasn't going to include high school and college in this project. But if you watch the whole project, you'll see for certain guys, he will throw that out there. And if you throw in high school and college, you might have to say that Kareem has had the best basketball career. Because I'm one of them guys, I do believe a basketball player, football player too, their career. Like you got a job when you playing a sport. Like your life ain't like the regular student in when you playing one of these sports that have so much pressure attached to it. So if you count high school, college, and NBA, okay, you might have to say Kareem had the greatest career ever. Okay. But first, he said he wasn't counting that. And also, people act like Michael Jordan's high school and college career was just bullshit. They act like he was unranked and then went to a school comparable to Davidson, like Steph did or something, and then got drafted in the second round, and then all of a sudden he became great. Like, what the fuck were you talking about? Yeah, the man got cut at first, but he was short. Most of the damn family's short. So you got a brother with stupid bounce, but like 5'8", 5'9". But then he grew and he turned into a fucking McDonald's All-American. He went to the All-American game, set the record for scoring that stood for a long time. Long time. I want to say Jonathan Bender from Mississippi might have broke that. I think that's right. Okay, I had to double check that. But then went on to North Carolina, one of the blue blood programs in all over the country. Started as a freshman, something that Dean Smith didn't do. Hit the game-winning shot for a title-winning team as a freshman. Went on to win College Player of the Year. At a time where that still meant something. Like now, you know, you can have a player of the year that shit goes second round now. But back then, when guys was still staying in school, man, one player of the year. And they got drafted 3 because it's still a big dominated league. So to go 3 behind Hakeem Olajuwon, a no doubt big, and then Sam Bowie, who can't teach 7 feet. And before that, Bobby Knight told everybody this is the greatest basketball player I've ever seen. And Bobby Knight credited as being one of the greatest coaches of all time. What the fuck are we talking about? Folks act like this man just came out of nowhere. These folks making all this fucking money on this TV and they just be talking, man. But then too, I see on this list, okay, I knew in the past he had Tim Duncan ranked over Kobe Bean Bryant. Okay. And I see that he still does. Okay, still does. But see, this the bullshit I be talking about. See, I saw him one time that they brought on Ice Cube. Yeah, I know Ice Cube is Lakers down. Ice Cube probably won't have a problem with LeBron and Kareem being over Mike. Probably got Kareem or Kobe at one or Magic, somebody like that. But Nick Wright decided he was gonna tell him to his face why Tim Duncan is better than Kobe. And this was his argument, y'all. Again, this Nick Wright talking. This ain't first. I'm just paraphrasing or quoting. In this instance, I'm quoting. He said, okay, Duncan won 5 titles. Kobe won 5 titles. Duncan has 3 finals MVPs. Kobe's got 2. Duncan has 2 regular season MVPs. Kobe's got 1. So he's making a numbers argument. But then when we say, well, Michael Jordan got 6 titles and LeBron got 4, and Michael Jordan got 5 MVPs and LeBron got 4, and Michael Jordan got 10 scoring titles and LeBron got 1, and Michael Jordan got Defensive Player of the Year and LeBron does not. Like, he makes an argument for Jordan being better than LeBron. This one time. Illogical inconsistencies. Even if you just going by resume. These guys just be talking. I'm telling y'all, they just be talking. He calls Pippen a better defender than Mike. And I just don't understand how that narrative lingers. Because if you watch the game, you see that main difference. Michael Jordan. If you watch the games, these narratives about, people going to throw out the 1991 finals and say that Pip took Magic. Pip, again, this bullshit has been allowed to fester because OGs have regurgitated it. I don't know. Maybe they were getting drunk while they were watching the series. I don't know. In game 1 of the 1991 finals, Michael Jordan guarded Magic Johnson. In game 2, Michael Jordan was guarding Magic Johnson until he got in foul trouble. When he got in foul trouble, Scottie Pippen took over and guarded Magic Johnson. Did a good job on Magic Johnson. Picked Magic Johnson up full court, applied some pressure. In game 3, Phil Jackson went back to Michael Jeffrey Jordan on Magic Johnson, and Michael Jordan guarded him. The rest was the primary defender on Magic Johnson the rest of that damn series. And so while guarding Magic Johnson, this motherfucker averaged over 30 points a game in that series and 11 assists. It's bullshit. So this whole narrative that, well, Pippen always took the other team's best offensive weapon, that's just bullshit. You look at the 92 finals, Michael Jordan guarding Clyde Drexler. You look at the 93 finals, the best perimeter scorer for the Suns is Kevin Johnson. He being guarded by B.J. Armstrong. You know what I'm talking about? And B.J. was good defensively. You know what I'm talking about? But he would tell you he got that dog from Jordan. Like, come on. Like, just if you go watch the games, you know this shit. If you go watch the game. If you look at statistics, Michael Jordan averaged more steals for his career than Scottie Pippen. I think it's like 2.3 to 2 or something like that. In terms of blocks, I want to say they right there at both 0.8, even though Pippen taller and got longer arms. Like, so the statistic argument don't match up. One of them got a defensive player of the year, the other one don't. One of them got 9 first team all defenses. You know what I'm talking about? I think Pip is 10-time all defense, but I don't think all of them are first team. So The shit's so frustrating, man, because motherfuckers just be talking. Motherfuckers just be talking. He mentions, he tries to take away from Jordan's legacy by saying that Jordan had had 4 Hall of Famers on his team. The 96, 97, 98 Bulls had 4 Hall of Famers. You got Michael Jordan, you got Scottie Pippen, you got Dennis Rodman, you got Tony Kukoc. But he fails to mention that Michael Jordan had already won 3 championships before that. When it was just him and Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant. Now, I'm going to give Horace Grant his credit. He's not on Hall of Fame. But Horace Grant was pivotal, man. He was a rebounder. He was a defender. Them motherfuckers be running a full court press. And Horace Grant would be the one at the top of the press. A power forward. You know how agile you got to be to do that shit? And that allowed Mike and Scottie to run the wings and hunt for steals and shit. You know, I'm not going to devalue that man like that, but come on, man. He had 3 ships already before he get Dennis Rodman, who was on the very back end of his prime. He wasn't the defensive player of the year, Dennis, by the time he got to Chicago. I think that first year he made first team all defense, but 97 and 98, he was showing up with tailing off. Still rebounding like a motherfucker. One-way player extraordinaire. One way. Like, you got a guy on your team that you ain't even got to guard him. You know what I'm saying? Then Tony Kukoc. He know damn well Tony Kukoc is a Hall of Famer primarily because of his contributions to the game internationally. He knows that. Tony Kukoc won 6th man of the year. That's what Tony Kukoc won. 6th man of the year and averaged 11 points a game for his career. 11.6 points per game for his career. And those 96, 97, 98 seasons, he averaged 13, 13, and 13. Well, you might be thinking, well, he must average 12 boards or something. He would, damn himself. That man was averaging those years, 96, 97, 98, 4 boards a game, 4.6 boards a game, 4.4 boards a game. Man, what the fuck are we talking about? He knows that. He knows that. But when you just go look on Basketball Reference, you see a Hall of Fame right there, you're going to spew that shit out. Shit, we doing that. I can say the Heat, Ray Allen and them, shit, you got 4 Hall of Famers. Braun, D. Wade, Chris Bosh, Ray Allen. Who you taking? Ray Allen, you taking Tony Kukoc. Or I can talk about my Lakers that just missed the fucking play-in and talk about how all the Hall of Famers we had on this damn team that missed the play-in. Come on, man. Stop the bullshit. Stop the bullshit. He calls Phil Jackson the GOAT coach. Well, a lot of people do that. Phil got all the jury. But come on, man. If you go back and watch the damn games, you'll see that Doug Collins had that team ascending in the 1980s. They got rid of Doug Collins because Doug Collins did not want to run the damn triangle offense. He did not want to deal with, and I don't just know this because of The Last Dance. I know this from watching the fucking playoff games and seeing the transition from Doug Collins to Phil Jackson. That Doug Collins wasn't running no damn triangle offense. Phil Jackson was an assistant on his bench. Tex Winter was an assistant. Doug Collins putting the ball in Mike's hand. And so this notion that Phil Jackson, he's the one that convinced Michael Jordan to pass the ball. Michael Jordan averaged his most assists before Phil Jackson was his coach. His highest assists per game was 8. That was not under Phil Jackson. Doug Collins was letting him run not the exact kind of offense that LeBron gets to run, where he just dominate the ball and make his decisions. But it was more akin to that. So his numbers would have been God, like stupid, if he just stays in that kind of offense his whole career. Does he win as many championships? I don't know. Possibly. They made it to the Eastern Conference Finals with Doug Collins. They were a great defense with Doug Collins. Why do I mention that? I mention that because that's what Phil Jackson was known for, other than the Zen shit. He was supposed to be a defensive coach. They were already one of the best defenses in the league before Phil became the coach. The triangle offense is a motion offense. He comes in and basically implements Tex Winter's offense. It's a motion offense that triggers off of post-entry pass. And that motherfucker, they anticipated Michael Jordan not be able to score 30 points a game no more in that bitch. Shit. This motherfucker so great, he's still averaging 30 in a motion offense. That's crazy. And if you watch the game, you'll see, though, when shit hit the fan, they threw that damn triangle out the way and gave it to him. Go get us a bucket. It's a reason why we've only seen this offense be elite, because other teams have tried to run it. See, I didn't even know that until I was watching the games and hearing motherfuckers talk about it. Other teams have tried to run it. But shit, all that equal opportunity gonna go down the drain when you need a bucket. Game tied, you down, you need a bucket. Phil will call them 1-4 flats as well. Get the ball to him. Or they running that triangle, but once he get the ball, y'all motherfucker get the fuck out the way. It's the reason why we've only seen that shit work at an elite level with Michael Jordan and the motherfucker who did the best Michael Jordan impersonation that we've ever seen. That's my boy Kobe Bean Bryant. What happened to the triangle when Phil tried to implement that bitch as a GM? He tried to make it work in New York with an elite scorer, with Melo, who Draymond Green says is a better scorer than KD. Now, y'all know Draymond Green be all over the place. But come on, man. These are facts. Everything I'm saying is fact-based. And I ain't trying to shit on my boy Scotty. Scott is my third favorite player of all time. I am not trying to do that. Phil, I fuck with Phil and the Zen shit and the I fuck with that. I fuck with all that. The mindfulness. The Phil main thing was being able to manage those guys who did not like each other. Let's be 100. They did not like each other. Everybody want to act like all this commotion just after the last dance. No. If you go back and read the book, Jordan Rules, read the book. That book ain't just about how the Pistons defended that Mike. That ain't nowhere near about this. The book is about how them motherfuckers didn't like each other. And so Phil was able to manage that. Same thing with Kobe and Shaq. Motherfuckers didn't like each other. How do you manage that? You know what I'm saying? That's where his greatness lies. You know what I'm saying? Like we might be talking about Doug Collins in the GOAT talk if he doesn't get fired, because he had those guys ascending. He had just got Scottie Pippen. You know what I'm saying? He ain't really get a long time with Scottie Pippen to really let Scottie grow. If you read Scottie's book, you'll see that coming into his rookie season For some reason, he didn't really have a chance to work out for real in the summer. And then after his rookie season, he had back issues. Didn't have a chance to really work out for real in the summer. So then that 89-90 season was the first summer that he had to really work on his game. And boom, you saw an all-star. Now that's on the field then. But again, they had been in the Eastern Conference Finals the year before. But you wouldn't know that if you don't watch the game. So, America, while I told y'all, I do fuck with Nick Wright. I do watch First Things First. He's entertaining. Wiles is entertaining. Broussard. They're a nice collection. Together, I listen to them. But when it comes to this, don't listen to them. They just talk. Nick Wright is wrong. Come to me. I'm the man with all this. When I'm done with my Michael Jordan research, I will make sure that I do a reaction of the full thing. I might do it in a series. I don't know. But I'll let y'all know because I'm going to do not only Mike. This ain't just no fan shit. I'm going to do Kobe. I'm going to do LeBron. Watch all the playoff games that I can find. And it's a lot on YouTube because people be stealing motherfuckers' content. And make sure if y'all see somebody stealing my shit, let me know. Okay? I'm running a real deal business, man. I'll make sure y'all, okay, hold me down. But the games are out here, y'all. Go watch. Because this man right here, don't know what the fuck he talking about. Put it on something. My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me across all social media platforms, like the videos, and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit Statement Tees, LLC.com and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
makes a statement.